COD is now Fortnite's creepy uncle that says, "How do you do, fellow kids?" What? We are living through the literal death of Call of Duty, and you guys have lots to say about it, so we're going to take some choice hot takes from the last video and talk about it. Our first one is from Talus D17 Shock. COD wants to be Fortnite so hard that it's ruined the games. I 100% agree with this. I think COD is trying to copy Fortnite's playbook to a T, and they're not even trying to hide it. We have all of these crossovers now with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Beavis and Butthead. The American Dad one is coming. There are more animated characters in this game now more than ever. We have the COD Tunes event that's happening. It's like COD is Fortnite's younger brother. COD is Fortnite's little bro now. That's what's going on. And it's not even about making the game better. It's literally about just putting crap into the game that has nothing to do with improving or has nothing to do with the story. Black Ops 6 is supposed to take place in the early 90s. And there is so much fantastical crap that has been added into this game that it doesn't feel like the 90s at all. They've added so much to the game that it has lost its identity. And that's just sad. I mean, think about all the people who worked on the story and the lore of this game, all the people who developed it, just to have it turn into nothing, like nothing memorable. I couldn't tell you what the storyline of this game is. I couldn't tell you. But I can tell you one thing that Fortnite has over Call of Duty, and I'm not knocking Fortnite in any way. I think Fortnite is a good game. If that's what you want to play, great. I have no qualms with that. That's just not what I'm looking for when I purchase a Call of Duty game, which brings me to the point I'm trying to make, and that is that Fortnite is free. Call of Duty costs $70. Probably going to cost more. I know you're thinking, play Warzone. Warzone is free. Yes, that's true. Warzone is free, but Warzone is strictly a battle royale. Fortnite offers lots of different modes for free, including multiplayer, and that's something that you can't get with Warzone. If you want to play a multiplayer experience or play all of the other modes and maps that the base game has to offer, you're going to have to pay for it. If you're new to the channel, my name is James, and I'm just a casual gamer like you, trying to make space for all the other casual gamers out there. So please support the channel and subscribe. Leave a like and a comment. That really helps me out, and I appreciate your support. Here's one from YouTube. Chris says, I would have supported the game if it had milsim skins, devastating kill streaks, and maps that are good enough to remember the names of. That's pretty interesting about the kill streaks. I mean, when was the last time you actually felt good about getting a kill streak in Call of Duty? I mean, I'm talking about like the first time you ever got a chopper gunner, the first time you ever got a gunship C-130, the first hack, even the first time that you got into a juggernaut. Running around in that thing was pretty exciting. I mean, what do we have in Black Ops 6 that's just awesome? What kill streaks do we have that are just amazing that you look forward to getting? And I really can't think of any of them. I mean, they all kind of feel like they're just insignificant and they don't really help you win the match. I mean, they might help you get a higher score. I mean, I've been in matches like on Babylon where I've gotten, 70 kills with the help of my score streaks and have still lost, When you're getting like 3 watchdog helos and you still lose the match, that really makes your score streaks feel meaningless. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty World War II, and when I get score streaks in that game, they feel like they make a difference in the match, and they're also fun. Like, you can really decimate the other team if you're stacking your score streaks, right? Especially if you're working with a team. And that's something that's just you're not seeing a lot of in Black Ops 6. I rarely see anything beyond a watchdog helo. Here's one from Lex Claren. Rig gunfights, SBMM, skill-based damage. Once you figure it out, you're not playing the game, it's playing you. There's just no way to continue except for the addictive, toxic algorithm that keeps you hooked. And one from Cameron G-Wagon. No, I'm not frustrated. I moved on. The COD we grew up loving is dead. Just learn to toss the towel in. It is hard to like a game or to want to play a game that manipulates you to keep playing rather than actually give you reasons to keep playing. Like all of the stuff that they do for the seasons, it just feels stale. Like nothing feels fresh, nothing feels new. Everything just kind of feels like it's rinse, wash, repeat. And I think what they really need to do is just have a good old-fashioned reset and start over from scratch. Like, what if they just finally separated from Warzone and just threw everything out the window and just started over. Just a brand new entry. You know, I'm not talking like another Modern Warfare or another Black Ops or another weird shoot off like Vanguard or Cold War. I'm talking like just Call of Duty classic, like Coca-Cola, like not a Diet Coke, not a Coke Zero, not a Cherry Coke, just a Coca-Cola classic. I'm talking a Call of Duty classic. Make it as milsim and as based in reality as you can without sacrificing like the basic core gameplay mechanics, and get rid of all of the skins, all of the bundles and tracer packs. Like, we don't want any of that in the game. Make a really awesome story to go along with it and make some really good maps. You know, doing something like that would really go a long way in reigniting this franchise. And I think it's necessary. I really do. The hype for Black Ops 7 is just not there. I'm not excited for it. I don't know anybody who's really talking about it or who's looking forward to it. I don't know anybody who's really talking about or looking forward to the last 2 seasons here, 5 and 6 for Black Ops 6. And I don't know anybody who's really thinking about Modern Warfare 4. With all the other competition that's coming out too, I think it's going to be a pretty hard sell. I mean, we've got the new Battlefield coming out. We've got the new Grand Theft Auto coming out. We've got Delta Force releasing the console. Ready or Not is out now. We still have Escape from Tarkov, Hell Let Loose, Arma Reforger, and not to mention some of the older COD games. Which brings me to this comment from Virgil Core. Stopped playing Call of Duty years ago, waiting for an FPS game to challenge and take the mainstream FPS game throne. Is COD still the king of the FPS mountain, or are we at a point now where it's not? I can't really think of any other FPS games right now that are out that are just dominating the space like Call of Duty normally does. But I am excited for the new Battlefield, and given all the leaks, it looks pretty promising. Granted, Battlefield needs a strong release given how the launch of 2042 almost sank the entire franchise, but I'm going to say that it's going to be a pretty good game. I'm excited to play that. I'm way more excited for that to come out than I am Black Ops 7. Is there an FPS game out there or that's coming out that you think has the potential to take over the space and dominate and become the dominant first-person shooter? What do you guys think? Let me know. Here's one from Daniel Duke. COD is trying to please everybody. That is the problem. They bow down to the Activision overlords, try to nostalgia bait the OG players with collabs and characters that we grew up on. They know this game is littered with Fortnite kids and 25-plus-year-olds who smoke pot all day. His words, not mine. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Beavis and Butthead, Seth Rogen are all just ways for them to appease everybody, which in turn pleases nobody. COD has turned into a Hulu subscription. Okay. I still enjoy the zombies and some of the multiplayer modes they add, but we need paid $15 downloadable content with quality maps and none of this battle pass crap. I agree that they are trying to appease a large audience and they don't know how to really go about doing it. That's the problem when you start going off of metrics and analytics, is that you just start thinking in terms of the numbers and you forget about things like who your audience actually is or your own personal love for the game, like what the game's actual identity is. And, you know, having a bunch of stuff in the game that nobody really wants or cares about is a clear indicator of that. What about paying $15 for the DLC to get the new maps? If it got rid of the battle pass and it got rid of all of the tracer packs and all the animated characters, would it be worth it? For me, I really don't know. I think there is a world that exists where you sell a game for $70 and that includes the entire game. So that includes all of any kind of seasons or any kind of extra updates or DLCs that come out throughout the year. There's also the reality that games are way more expensive to make, more expensive than they have ever been. And studios need to cover their cost and make a profit and all that stuff. So in order to do that, they're going to charge more money. And it seems like games are getting more expensive anyways, so rather than have to pay $15 for new downloadable content, do they raise the base of the game? I don't know. I really don't have an answer for that. I feel like the price of video games will continue to go up. By how much, I don't know. And it really depends on the quality of the games too. Like AAA games used to be awesome. Like they used to be hands down like, oh, this is a big title. We know we're going to get quality product. So yeah, we'll pay $60 for it. There's also a lot of like really good indie games coming out too. And normally those are a lot cheaper. Like, anywhere from $20 to $40 for an indie game. I think of something like BattleBit that was originally made by three developers, and that game was super stupid fun. Nathaniel says, Call of Duty has been dead since Ghost. Honestly, 2013 was when gaming in general started to suck. Let's say if we're just talking about Call of Duty alone, all the releases since 2013, and I gotta say that there have been some pretty good ones. I like Call of Duty World War II. I also like Black Ops 3, and I thought Modern Warfare 2019 was good. What are some of your favorites? So it looks like we have FedEx playing Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty World War II. I'm also playing Call of Duty World War II. I think that game is actually fantastic. I highly recommend jumping back on. Just make sure you do on console only. Don't play on PC because of all of the hackers that are on PC. Joni says the last good Call of Duty game for me was Cold War. I still play the gun game mode all the time, and it legit feels like OG COD. Has a bunch of Black Ops 1 and 2 maps, and most of the sweats have moved on to newer COD games, so it's casual. Cold War wasn't exactly my favorite, and if I think about it, I think that was when they started really leaning into the skill-based matchmaking. But I do like gun game, and I haven't played it in a while, so I think I might have to check it out. Here's one from Elon that says, the game is obviously aimed for teenagers now. Are they marketing to teenagers? Sure. Are they designing aspects of the game to appeal to a younger age demographic? Absolutely. But are they specifically just marketing towards teenagers? No. Call of Duty has such a large player base, and I think that's one of the real problems that they have when they try to make new titles, is because they don't know how to appeal to the younger and the older demographic. Personally, I would really love to know what the split is between, let's say, the 18 to 25 demographic and the 25 or older demographic. I would imagine that it's probably trending towards the younger demographic, and which makes total sense to me. But I also think that the older demographic is not a small population of players. I feel like it's a significant chunk of the player base, and therein lies the problem for Call of Duty. They have to appease two different player bases that want essentially two different things. And will they ever get to a point where they'll be able to achieve that? And I don't know. I don't know. I don't think that they can. But we're still waiting on them to do something about the cheating situation, and I don't even think that they're going to be able to fix that. I mean, my hope is they'll be able to fix all of the things, right? Like they'll be able to get everything working, and Black Ops 7 will come out and it'll be an awesome game and things will kind of balance out. Like that's the dream. But I'm not going to hold my breath, and we're just going to kind of wait and see what happens with Black Ops 7 and Call of Duty in the future. Right now, it just seems like everybody is so burnt on Black Ops and Call of Duty that we're just kind of struggling and waiting for something else to come out. I mean, that's where I'm at with it. Is that where you guys are at with it? Let me know. So it's like 3 o'clock in the morning right now, so I got to call it quits, everyone. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for your support and all of your comments. I try to read as many as I can. Do you like these kinds of videos? If you do, let me know. I like making them, and it gives me an opportunity to really look at the comments and see what you guys are talking about and continue the conversation here. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. One subscribe goes a long way on the road to 1,000 subscribers, and that really helps me out, guys. I'm just a casual gamer like you, trying to make space for all the other casual gamers out there. So leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Thank you so much for your support. I hope everyone has a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.